Okay, we're live. Now let me- Great. Okay, welcome everybody. This is Mr. Clements, and thank you for joining us here for this Google Hangout on Air. That's what we're using, and you can be watching this on YouTube or on the actual site, on the Google Plus site, or it's also embedded on Mr. Clements Atherton.weebly.com, my teacher website. So, tonight we're going to talk about Canvas and how we've used it. Whoa. Great. Okay, welcome everybody. This is Mr. Clements. Sorry. And there we go. Sorry about that. I was watching the live stream. So we're going to be looking at Canvas, the learning management system that we've been using this year. And actually, well, the students are going to be the ones talking about it. So they're going to be showing all the features that we've been using. Some we've used more than others. And what they've thought about, how they've gotten something out of it, all for helping us improve learning, but also just keeping the classroom in the more digital age. So it's 24/7. It's always accessible. It's always there, and it provides a lot of great things. So just just an idea about how this is going to work. So we're all in a digital room. We can see each other. We can talk to each other. And then we can't really see the audience or anything like that. It's kind of a different medium than maybe we're used to, and this is new for all of us, really. And it's a great tool, Google Hangouts. So as far as feedback from the audience, you're going to have to use Twitter for that. And so we would like you to tweet any questions or comments using the hashtag CanvasChat. And we'll be keeping an eye on that. And if we see any questions pop up, we'll be sure to address them. This whole broadcast will be recorded and kept on YouTube and accessible at any point after that. So, without any further ado, we'll go to Michaela and Lindsay, who are going to start us off. So, if you guys can go ahead and share your screen.
Okay.
All right, Michaela.
Okay, so I'm going to be showing how I can get messages from Canvas on my email. So anytime that I get a grade graded or updated or get a new message, it goes straight to my email. So let me log into that. So see right here, I can see that one of my assignments has been graded, and then I can just go click to review the assignment there. And then anytime I get a message from Canvas, I can just look on my email as well. Everything goes directly there. And that's basically it.
Okay. I'm going to use the Canvas website just to kind of figure it out real quick. Oh gosh. Alright. So anytime Clemens needs to share like a link with us or any such nature, he can just post it on the announcements board and we can get anything through here. You can also sign up to get it sent through like a text message as well, just like any other app would. So if you had an assignment graded or something like that, then the notification would come over to your phone, or you could just check here if you needed anything like that. So.
All right, thank you, Lindsay. Michaela. So I will throw it back to there. Great. Sorry, it takes a little practice navigating between the windows here. All right, thanks. So they were talking about notifications and how easy it is to get them, and you can get them whenever and wherever, all kinds of devices. All right. So next, oh, lost my window there. Who's next, guys? Like I got
Harrison.
Harrison.
It's me.
All right, so why don't you go ahead and share your screen, and then I'll send the broadcast over to you there.
All right.
Harrison and Bree are both going to be talking about discussion boards. We'll start with Harrison. And Harrison, there you go.
Can you hear me all right?
Yep, you're good, man.
All right. Well, the discussion boards are set up by Mr. Clements, and this lets us talk with other students about what we do in class. Like the latest one we had was with logarithms, and the first day that we practiced this, we tried to figure out what it is and how it works, and we would put in like what we think it is, and then after we did that, we could see what other students did, and this really helps us see what problems other students are finding, and we can reply to them and maybe help them out. And it's pretty small. And sometimes we have to reflect on a proficiency to be like what we had trouble with and what we did well on. And then we can go to another student and try to help them out. And that's about it. And yeah.
Great. Thank you, Harrison. All right, so now let me, so I'll put it back on. Great. Okay, so now we're going over to Bree. Bree, you ready to share your screen there? Tell us more about discussion boards. Right? Yes. Oh, that's right. I need to unmute you. Oh no, you have yourself mute. Can you unmute yourself, Bree? Oh, I hear you. I heard her for a second.
I think I muted myself.
There you go. Got it.
Are we good? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. I'm Bree, and I'm in the advanced algebra class, and I'm also going to be talking about the discussion topics. So let me do the screen share thing,
Great.
and we'll get this started. If my computer wants to play along.
Well, I think we're doing pretty well actually, relying on across all of our devices here at one moment. I think we're doing pretty well.
Like across Louisville, this is pretty great.
Yeah, and especially with the traffic and our president being in town, I think it worked out very well actually using this medium because I'm sure some of us would have been affected by driving across Louisville with the traffic and the weather that we've had actually.
All right, let's see if this is going to work out. All right, can you guys see my screen now? Or do you guys see the Hangout screen?
There we go. I'm presenting it. There you go.
Is it just presenting this one?
There we go. Yep, we just see your. Oh wait, went back to Hangouts.
Nope. Okay. Can you see the discussion boards?
Well, we saw it for a second. There we go. It's there now.
You can see it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry for the difficulties, everyone. So like Harrison was talking about, these are the discussion boards, and each one relates to something we've learned or a different proficiency or test we've done. So I think this one is one that we've done. This is like Chapter 1 reflections, which would have been near the beginning of the year. Mr. Clements can post something like if we want to ask how we can improve the test or what we want to add, like technology-wise, like if we want to add a new app to like our toolbox, like Canvas or I think whatever the chat app that Mr. Clements uses to text us. If my computer will load, you can scroll down and there'll be different replies that students apply to this one post and to others' posts. The community of the students, which is pretty fun if you have someone in a different class period, that you guys can all talk and share your thoughts on what you thought of the test or what you need help on, and that just builds relationships, really. So, yeah, this is the discussion boards, and they're up there from, like, this one was chapter 1, so the beginning of the year, so they're going to be from the very beginning to last week, which really helps you build on what you have to do. So, yeah, that's the discussion boards.
Great. Well, so I'm just going to share with our audience here that I know Bree has to go. She has to go back to whatever is making all that noise in the background.
I do.
So thanks for joining us, Bree.
Sorry.
And we'll see you at
A lot
school.
of high
Thanks.
schoolers.
All right, have a good one.
Best of luck, everybody else. See ya.
Great, and we got one more going to Joseph. Joe, you want to go ahead and unmute yourself? And
All right.
great.
I'm unmuted. Screen sharing. Entire screen share. And I am going to this. And you can see, I'm Joe, and I'm in the Honors Algebra 2 class at Atherton. And I have here, I'm just like Bree, I have the discussions, and she was talking about how I actually have one right here that I have not answered. I don't know if I can answer it actually. Oh yeah, right here. I press the reply button.
There you go. Answer it for us right now.
It will drop down. It says, Dr. Everly stopped you in the hallway. He asked you what a logarithm is. And so, a logarithm is an exponential. Oh, spelling exponential. I got it. Written in a different way. And I press post reply. And after this, I should be able to see the replies. Yep, right here. And, you know, another way of writing an exponent, all that. It's pretty cool. And after, you know, we'll do this after a class. We'll have a certain class on a certain topic like logarithms, and Mr. Clemens will tell us, hey, get on your phone or use this device that I have here, such as laptops, and just get on Canvas and tell what you know. And Mr. Clemens can look at all our responses, and it really helps him with like what he needs to work on, and in case we had trouble learning some things. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, discussions are somewhat of a grade, not too big, but yeah, we get reminders of doing that. So yeah.
Woo. Great, thanks, Joe. And let's see, I want to add that I haven't done this much yet this year, although in the future I'd like to. You can attach videos, and we get a little bit of that, but you can actually record videos directly to a discussion board. So, and actually, I think in a lot of ways that'll, as far as we use it for reflections, I think that'll be kind of nice to just record audio or video directly into the discussion board. So you can pretty much get a chat going just in little snippets of reflections. So that's something that I hope is coming up. Next, we're going to jump over to Ellen.
Hey, so I'm in his Honors Algebra 2 class as well, and I'm going to be talking about the inbox. So I'm going to share my screen. So I'm going to click on inbox, and it shows that I have one message, and basically you can see that Mr. Clemens can send us messages, and we can send him messages like asking him for help on homework, or if we have questions that we need to ask and get a reply very fast. But I have a message from Joe that is asking me how I think I'm going to do on my proficiency, so I can click reply and tell him that I did good on my proficiency. And I can send it to him, and he will get it as fast as the computer will allow it to get from mine to his. And that's basically it.
All right. Thanks, Ellen. I'll share back over myself here. There we go. Yeah, and we had another student who couldn't be here to talk about Inbox. It's just another way of, I mean, imagine emails that we all can use. It's a great feature, and I'll use it to respond when it comes to anything grades related or any questions about a certain assignment. It's a great feature for me to use, and also and parents as well. So any parents that are using Canvas, like I would like if we all did. That's one of the great features about it. It allows me to send messages to you very quickly and easily, and so we can respond and keep that up. Because emails are great, but Canvas actually is a little quicker, I think, for that. Although, as Michaela mentioned, they do go straight to your email box as well if you want that. All right. Next, we're going to go over to Evan. He's going to talk about assessments. How we've used Canvas for that. Evan, actually, I can unmute you. Great.
Okay, so can everyone hear me all right?
You're good, man.
All right, so I'm going to talk about the assessments, and there's really two sort of assessments we do. There's formatives, which are sort of like they're somewhat weekly assignments over stuff we covered that week. Sometimes we have more than a week if we covered several different topics, and you can actually you can take 2 attempts, which is cool. So if you miss one, you get to take a second one, and then but it doesn't actually just show you the right answer after the first one. It just tells you which questions you got wrong, so you still would have to do it. So then the other type of assessment I'm talking about is the summatives, which, let's see. Which one did I use last time? Here, I can use this one. So, well, this one is actually a chapter test. And these are larger tests, obviously. Like the formatives are more just about one topic, like the one was imaginary numbers, and we would have one on matrices. And this one is actually a chapter test on an entire chapter. So it's a larger test and some different types of questions, but still about the same concept. Still allows you to take a test, but what I like the most about this is that you get immediate results. As soon as you put in all the bubbles, you fill it in, you just would hit submit quiz, and then it tells you immediately what you got. So you don't have to wait for teacher to grade it or anything. So I think that's about it.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Okay. There we go. Okay. That effect there. Yeah, thanks, Evan. I know from my reflection, I think using Canvas for assessments has been great, just because you guys get immediate feedback. It's right there, and you can always find it. You can always get to it. And speaking of that, as far as how accessible these things are, Truman is going to wrap it up talking about using Canvas when you're not at a computer.
Okay, so this is the Canvas app, and from here I can access all sorts of. It's a fully featured app. Everything you can do on the web page you can do here, and we can access the class calendar and the class website from here too. We can receive announcements like we were talking about that go to your email and to your phone too, as well as you can take quizzes, formatives, summatives, wherever you are, and at whatever time it might be convenient for you. So you can also check grades. This is handy. You can keep up with your grade wherever you're at. And discussions are, we can do discussions too. So here's that logarithm post that we were talking about earlier. And it's got everyone's responses. So yeah, the great thing about this is that most of us always have our phones with us. So if we're on a long bus ride home or something like that, we can take out Canvas and take care of discussion posts, or ask some of your classmates some questions, or take an assessment. And that's about all.
Great. All right. Thank you, Truman. Let me back to. Great. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for wrapping up with the app. And the apps, they are I'd say one of the setbacks we face with Canvas, because it is it can be, it's more glitchy than the desktop version. So now you've gotten to see how we've used Canvas from a lot of different aspects, a lot of different features for it. Real quick, I want to throw it out to my presenters here. If any of you have any comments or just random thoughts or anything you want to share about your experience. I mean, this is your first year using something like Canvas, and one of the reasons I wanted us to use it, besides just how great it is you're going to have to use it in college. This is what a lot of universities use, Canvas, and then even if not Canvas, they will use something like this. So if anything now, when you get to college, you will be totally ready to use a system like this, although I know that's still a ways away for a lot of you. So do you guys have anything you just wanted to add or throw out there about what you thought about using Canvas just this year for just our Algebra 2 class? So just unmute yourself and share what you got, if anything.
I mean, I genuinely enjoy it. I feel like it's a lot more helpful than like paper tests, because you get results like right away. So you don't have to wait for like a week for a teacher to grade a test. You can kind of just do it and then immediately see what you did. And if you have another attempt, you can see what you did wrong. So you can go back and fix it. And you're like, oh, hey, I know what I messed up on. I can fix this and get a better grade on it. And it's just a lot easier for like checking grades and extra credit stuff. He has links through them, and it's just a lot easier than it would be like everything on paper.
Great,
okay,
thank you.
I guess I could go next.
Yeah, Michaela.
Okay, well, I was just going to say that I really like using Canvas because we love our technology. Like, I love having my phone and doing, like, quizzes and stuff. Having, like, our technology be a part of the classroom, I really like it because I guess you feel more connected. But I also like doing it, as other people have said, because you get immediate results when you take quizzes on Canvas, and you don't have to sit and wait for a teacher to look at it and then grade it. You get the immediate results. And then the discussion boards, so like when Mr. Clements asks, what are you struggling with in a chapter, you can see what other people are struggling with, and people can answer on what you're struggling with, and they can help you. So I like that too.
Great. Thank you, Michaela.
I'll talk about some stuff.
Go ahead, Joe.
It's just so much faster than paper. Like, paper is just, you have to write it down, you're wasting, the trees and stuff. They have all those arguments about that. And you can just turn it right in right away and talk to Mr. Clemens about it. And I don't know, it's really just like incredibly eye-opening how fast we can do things now, and it's just wasting less time. And we get so much more done during a class period than we would with just paper, and it's pretty awesome.
Great, thanks, Joe. All good stuff. Anyone else? Great. Yeah, you guys are echoing, all of my thoughts exactly for why I think this is a great resource. Yeah, and what Michaela said about collaboration, and especially in the discussion boards, but also, I mean, it's nice to have a place where everybody can meet. If you need to, if you want to, then there's a place there. And I feel like we're just scratching the surface. I feel like there's a lot more that Canvas that it has to offer, and that we're going to hopefully in the future get to dig into it more. Before we wrap it up, I just wanted to say a shout out to Naya Taylor, who is she's here actually with us, right? And actually, Naya, I'm gonna there. Give us that little wave again. That was perfect. Excellent. Naya is with us. Her mic isn't working, but she was helping us keep it on the Twitter for any comments. Again, which if you have any, please throw them up there. So again, I thank you for coming. I just want to say thanks to all the presenters here. You guys did a great job.
I'd like to say something about you, Mr. Clemens.
Oh, well, go ahead.
How you use Canvas, some teachers would become like so dependent on it that they don't really focus around anything else. But like in class, you use paper and you do things like not completely focused on just using Canvas. And I think that's cool that we have like in-class option not to be online, and then outside of class we have the option to be online. So I think that's a good job on your part of it.
Thank you, Alan.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, of like you, Mr. Clemens, being able to incorporate like how we do worksheets or how we do work out of the book with still relating it back to whatever we can do on Canvas. I think it's helpful because it can incorporate like people who aren't really good at working technology into it more with like everybody else's help, but it can also like those who don't really like to rely on it, you can still get like the paper worksheets and like the bookwork type stuff done. And then when it comes to tests, you can just like do it right away. And you know, we can email you about stuff or we can message you on Canvas about it, and it's a lot faster like if we're at home than it would be having to wait till the next day to get a hold of you and ask you questions about it. So I think it's a great way to like incorporate both paper and the internet and how technology is advancing like more and more. It's really helpful to like get everybody caught up on what is like happening online.
Awesome, thank you guys.
Can I say something?
Yeah, Harrison. Harrison, you want me to put you on screen, or you just want to talk?
I don't care.
Okay. Okay. There you go.
Well, yay, hi. As I say, a lot of teachers just kind of like to avoid technology, and they don't really trust students to be focused on their phones. So most teachers don't allow us to be on our phones, which I understand, but I think it'd help us more if we were. Like, there's so much technology that we can use and that's available to us that they won't let us have. So go you, Mr. Clements. And Canvas, it's just so much faster and easier to use, and it makes homework a lot easier. And we still have some homework with our advanced or our Algebra 2 book, but it's just the internet helps us a lot more. So yeah.
Thanks, Harrison. That was really nice.
Yep, will do.
Yeah, so Harrison likes Google Hangouts because he can just stay there in his bed with his head on his pillow and still, you know, and come. I'll present. It's great.
Technology.
That's right. So it's Google Hangouts. Google Hangouts on air. That's what we're using here. Yeah. Thanks to everyone again. Thanks to all the presenters here. And for those viewing, and this is not just now. It's if you're watching the feed later on, which will be posted on YouTube, and I'll make sure to share that with you guys and everyone at school. For everyone, not the presenters though. Sorry. Here's a link I'm about to share that I would really appreciate if you go fill out a feedback form just on how the session has been, if it's helpful for you, any comments you have, any questions you have. Of course, it's anonymous, so I don't think I can answer those questions, but I'll at least incorporate it into maybe some parent emails or teacher emails that I send. So here is, I'm going to share my screen now, and there will be a link on it right there. So please use please use that link to go fill out a feedback form. I would really appreciate it. And I'll give you a second to type that in, or yeah, you'll have to type that in. So yeah, thanks for your comment, guys. Those were I really appreciate that. It's a lot of work, actually. Canvas is really sweet, but it takes a lot of work to set it up, though.
Mr. Clemens.
Yes, Joe.
I believe we have a tweet.
What's it say, Joe?
It says, "Should I start using Canvas?" And it's from Mrs. Clemens.
Oh, I don't know who that is, but I think that's an algebra teacher at Fairdale High School, actually. So
Oh, really?
yeah, it looks like we're reaching over to some other JSPS schools, which is great.
I say go for it. Use Canvas, please.
Actually, maybe I'll have you guys come down and show her how to use it, right? So
Yeah, I think Canvas, I think it'd be a good idea to incorporate into other schools because it kind of gives kids a little like book work break, like a chance for you to get on your phone and do whatever you need to do. So I think it's nice.
Great. All right. So just to my presenters here, you guys hold on. I'm going to end the broadcast, and so thank you all viewing or watching this later on YouTube. I greatly appreciate it. And please ask me any questions, anything you got about Canvas. Thanks a lot.